Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas. It's the 14th of December today, so we're opening up. Ah, I see it right there. My advent calendar. So, the 14th Disney pin today. What is it? Okay. So, not a good one for me. Not a good one. It's one of the villains, and it's King Candy. I don't know. His look is like, in general, for me he's not a very like villain that I really like. Like you know, some of the villains you find really cool or something from the Disney movies. I like Wreck-It Ralph. I love the movie, I like the plot, and I was really surprised in the end that like he was like the villain, that he was this guy who like the traitor, you could say, changed the games and everything. I don't like the character himself, and for sure I don't like the look. But why not? So, King Candy. Let's open up the next advent calendar. Oh, it's this big fluffy one here. I think it's the only fluffy one that I made for this advent calendar. Whoop. Ah, okay. Well, there's quite a lot in here. And it's something that we haven't opened yet, and also something that I'm not like knowledgeable a lot or anything, but I found these little cuties actually in the last toy hunting trip on flea markets that I uploaded. I think not yesterday's video, you could see some of them, but the day before. It's all of these little Shopkins. I will show them to you like one after the other now on camera. Like, maybe you have noticed that I've like found some of them. These are like, yeah, Shopkins, these little small edible or whatever treats with cute faces. So, like, this is supposed to be, I think, a donut. Like, no idea what this is. Maybe a cheese or pancakes. I just found a lot of them in this huge pile. It's also where I found the other Moose toys, the Twoozies, the little babies that I unboxed like some days ago. Also in this calendar. I mean, this is a cake. This is really cute. And I immediately knew that these must be something from a toy company, like something newer. Oh, this is, what is this? Probably a bubble gum? It's glittery. And I couldn't like leave them there because in this huge pile of most of it was like toy cars, and like it was like junk. But in between I found a lot of them. Like, this is a milk carton, right? I think so. And I couldn't leave them there. No idea what I do with them. Maybe taking photos like for ponies or something. This is supposed to be, either this is cheese or it's a toast. Or both. Oh no, by the way, this is sugar. It says custard sugar. Like custard sugar. So I'm not really knowledgeable. I know that they are from Moose Toys, and they also have this. Most of them have this typical like code, so probably you could scan it and then you would get like a mobile game or something. And I think like they came in different packages, like either you saw a lot of them or you like some of them were like blind bag things. And this little like Chopkins, they were also like dolls, Chopkins, little secrets, Chopkins, stuff like that. It's a kind of a toy franchise, but I'm not that knowledgeable about them, but I recognized them, so I just got them. and I think they are cute for like taking photos with smaller toys and then have them like as accessories. Also, when you like turn the like face side back, then this could just be a little cake for ponies, or just a little cake for ponies, or like a little tart or something. So yeah. As you might have noticed in today's video, I'm wearing my Mickey ears, so it's gonna be a little bit more Disney heavy today, because I decided to make a new cosplay showcase video. Not of a new cosplay, because I'm not making any cosplays currently, but I decided to get some out of my cosplay closet and show you my Snow White costume. So have fun with that. See ya! Hello everyone! Lau here, and welcome back to another cosplay showcase video. It's been a while since I've done one, mainly because I haven't done any new cosplays, because the last ones that I showed you were not like old cosplays, they were always the ones that were the newest. But for like Vlogmas, I decided to take some old cosplays out of my cosplay closet and put them on here and show them to you. Because I think like Christmas time is also like fairy tale time, and that's also Disney time. So I took out my Snow White costume today to show you in detail. So as I said, this is not a new costume. It's pretty old, you could say, but also for me it doesn't feel like very old, but it's from 2018. I made it like in spring of 2018, and it's actually also not my first Snow White cosplay. I did the rag Snow White version, like when she's like in the very beginning of the movie, when she's still like when she's still cleaning the floor and she's like in her rag clothes. I also did this one before, but I don't know, Snow White is just one of my favorite princesses and my favorite Disney princess movies. I mean, it's the princess, you know, the first princess, the very classic first feature-length animated movie, like groundbreaking. And yeah, I know, like she herself, she's tidying up and doing food, and she's not an adventurous, like, I don't know, Rapunzel or something. No, I mean, you have to consider that this movie is like from 1939. And what I love about this movie is the animation. It's so beautiful, and I mean the plot is like, it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Like everybody knows this fairy tale, so you don't have to expect anything like adventurous, groundbreaking concerning the plot. But I love this animation, and I don't know when I really I rediscovered this movie, because as a child I remember I didn't like it. I had it on VHS, pretty sure, I'm 100% sure. And but I don't really liked it, probably because I was really scared of the old hag, like and I wasn't like really into, oh, this animation looks so beautiful, my children actually don't care. So I never really watched it a lot, and then I watched it back, I don't know, maybe in 2016 or something, and I was like, oh, I want to do this super classic costume. At first, as I said, I did the Rex Snow White version, and then I turned to this one, and I'm still pretty happy with this. I wouldn't change anything. Let's get to the details. So I created this as one dress, so it's not a top and the skirt part, it's sewn together. And yeah, as you can see, the bodice part here is this blue velvet. I used velvet fabric for as much as I could. I mean, the skirt, you will see the material obviously is not velvet, that would not make sense. But I was really inspired already back then that the Snow White costumes in the Disney parks, they also, their top part and that's made of velvet, and I wanted to do that, although I'm not really trying to do a cosplay of the parks Snow White or any parks characters because I really want to recreate the look that's in the movie. So I'm doing it always really simplistic. I'm not putting on more details and anything. It's really what I can see in the movie, with some exceptions. So also the cape is sewn on, and so it's all really one part. Simple bodice with a little bit of pointy front here. This is actually not what's, I think, in the original like animation, but I wanted to have this parting here in the middle, which is also of the same golden trimming here that I used for the bottom, which is just to make it a little bit like outstanding. So these are like details that obviously are not directly in the animated movie. And then the sleeves, the super puffy sleeves, I also lined from the inside with the same gold. I think that's the technique that the Disney parks did as well. And it's basically two sleeves, like an outer sleeve and an inner sleeve, or actually three, because the inner sleeve then also has a lining in there, because the inner sleeve is filled up with fiberfill. So it has this super puffy look already, like when I'm not wearing it, because it would like fall together otherwise. So it is filled up to the brim with fiberfill. So outer sleeve, it is already like also here you can see gathered. So there's a lot of volume in the sleeve, and then the fiberfill as well. Then here you also see I used the same gold fabric again as like the edge of the sleeve, or the hem, you could say. It's more like a little bit of a cuff, but a very, very small one. Inside you can just see I used my like overlock machine, so not the most like the best what you could do, but you would never see that, so who cares. Then this is the neckline. It's more of a, yeah, kind of round, a little bit square, a little bit deeper, but not too deep, you know, right in the middle, to not reveal anything like what a Disney princess wouldn't reveal. So, and as I said, the cape, she's not always wearing the cape in the house and whatever in the movie, she's not wearing it, but I decided I wanted to have the cape. It's more like the look when she is like fleeing in the woods. So, and as I thought it looks the best when it is sewn onto it, I decided to stick it completely on it. And because when I had, at first I had like ideas to put it like just with snap buttons or with Velcro, but then it would never sit well. It would never sit at the correct like neckline shape here, and also it would always fall over the shoulders. This is something that I'm still not 100% convinced, but sometimes, you know, it falls like this and that looks like strange. So it actually needs to go like behind the shoulders. Maybe I should attach it again somewhere here with some stitches. That would be maybe better. It is also a velvet, a dark red velvet, and the lining of it is a like really like, what would you call it, a really bright red. It's the back side of another velvet which looked like cheap. It was like this cheap velvet that you might know, and I just used the back side because sometimes I do that. I use back sides of fabrics. It is also the same here. Same fabric, same fabric. This is just how the back of it looks. The length of the cape is kind of until maybe a little bit higher than the knees would be. And the shape of this cape is actually, there's not so much fabric in it. It's not a circle cape. It's more like a triangle a little bit. So because if I would have put even more fabric in it, then it would have like fallen over the shoulders even more. It is sewn on here straight without any folds, and just in the front here it is like a little bit, I don't know what you would call that. I squished it together, sewed it on, so it is not really straight. So I have, it looks like natural folds or creases here. So yeah, then we are coming here to this insanely strange color situation that I was like, oh my goodness, it needs to stand up. It's not nice if it just lays down like this. Then it's like not done right, okay? So two things that were complicated about this: A, the shape itself, like how does it work that it's not completely in your way, it's not completely like, I don't know, looking strange and not looking like too short, but also not too huge, and then that it stands up. So I have to say, when I'm walking and all that stuff, then it sometimes flaps down like blah. I should have made the shape a little bit different so that it goes a little bit more also to the front, because this is what keeps it up. The more it would be to the front here, it would more stand up. If I would redo this, which I won't because I'm still super happy with it, I would make the shape a little bit more that it also faces here, so that it would be better like standing up without flapping over. The fabric is just a very normal like white cotton, and I was trying it out at first with just some inlay and it wasn't enough, so I put a little bit of a foam inside. So there's a foam inside, you can still wash it, but it's not really that typical foam that I use for kind of and everything. It's not the upholstery foam or whatever you would call it. It's more like an Eva foam, but I washed it and it was okay. So in German you could also say Moosgummi, a thick Moosgummi is in here. No problem with washing, so I'm still happy. You know, other people would now do like crazy, I don't know, details on here. I really stick to the original, and it's just white and has this shape and stands up. Okay, let's go a little bit down, because here, as I already showed you, this is here the velvet stops and the other fabric starts, the skirt. And I remember it wasn't really easy to find a good yellow, because I wanted it to be not that super aggressive yellow, but also not something that is like super pastel, because it depends. If you look at newer pictures of Snow White, like what they create for the Disney Princess franchise, stuff like that, it's super like sunflower yellow. If you watch the movie, because obviously the movie is old and the colors are like different, it looks really pastel yellow. So I was like, so maybe I get something in between. And the only fabric I got in this color really was one of those satiny fabrics, which I totally don't like. I don't like this because it looks to me cheap. I don't like this when it's so shiny. But then again, I told ya, I'm using fabrics like from the other side. I'm using the back side of the fabrics. Why not just use it like this? And this is like perfect for me. It has a slight shine to it, just slightly. And I love that, yeah, it is really simple. It looks like an animated skirt would look like. I have to say I don't like the skirt of the character in the parks, because it's more like crinkly. It's more like a crinkly fabric. I mean, I have photos with Snow White. I can insert that. Really, I'm not here for that fabric. So, and obviously I did this before I saw the characters in the park. The skirt is not really floor length, especially when I'm wearing it. So it reveals the shoes, which is nice, which I show you in a minute. And like underneath I have a simple white kind of underskirt, which actually is also sewn onto the whole thing. So it's attached both here. The underskirt has this ruffle lace here, which is already turned a little bit dark. I don't know, probably it didn't get white again after washing, but yeah. And what really was like a little bit interesting is how do I do the hem, because you know the skirt is like, the hem always is kind of rounded. It's not a circle, so it's not like completely round, which is even more like difficult to make like a nice hem. But it is enough round to give me like gave me some headaches, because I also didn't want to make like a facing or anything at the bottom here. So what I did is the cheapest thing you can do. It's actually just use a little bit of fire, you know, your fire lighter, and then use it for the hem and let them melt together. Let's just melt it, because it's obviously a polyester fabric, so it just melted together, and that's stopping the hem from fraying. You can see it a little bit at this a little bit darker part there. It's just melted together. It's not the very best, because when you're walking and you're sitting down and you're like in the grass, it sometimes gets a little bit loose, some a little bit fraying, but then when you're home again, you can melt it together again. That's what I did, and I like it because, as I said, it doesn't have like a huge hem or anything, facing situation, nothing like that. When you're walking, sometimes the underskirt peeks out, which is nice. Also, I really like to sit down at a meadow, for example, and let this peek out a little bit. That's always nice. Gives a nice contrast. And obviously, when you're like doing stuff like that, then it also shows. Into this, there's a zipper. Very easy. Let's put this here. There. Ta-da! Nothing special. Here you can see I lined the inside as well with the golden fabric, which I'm now like, why did I do this? I don't have much left of this fabric, but anyways. And there you can also see the lining, not the lining, the underskirt here. This is the white underskirt is then sewn together with the lining of the top part, and the yellow is sewn together under this trim here with the blue part. So yeah. It was a little bit tricky. Do I choose like a yellow zipper or a blue one? But I thought the bigger part is blue, and also you don't see it at all. I could have chosen a pink zipper and nobody would notice. So that's actually, it's also one that you, when you close it again, visible, like one of those kind of invisible zippers. The seams are actually like back, then 2 panels here in the side, 2 side panels, and the same in the front, 2 side panels and 2 front panels. Something that is like nearly like not you can't really see that, but in this lighting you can see a little bit. The sleeves are actually a different velvet than this is, which was my intent. I really wanted it like this. Maybe from another. Yeah, here you can also see that. It is lighter. That's what actually her dress looks like. The sleeves are lighter blue than her bodice, but it kind of melts together from far, and on photos you don't see the difference. I was like a little bit bummed, but from specific like angles you can see that it is indeed a lighter, and also a lighter fabric, and also the structure looks a little bit different. I don't know know if you can see that, probably not. You can see the structure a little bit better, like a really thin corduroy, you could say. And this one is even more like without a structure. They are all velvets that are not stretchy. Yeah, no, all of them are non-stretchable. Yeah, that's actually the dress. What else belongs to this costume? The shoes, I already mentioned them. I can show them, bring them to you a little bit closer to the camera. So Snow White wears these light brown or beige, or you could also say gold shoes. Like in my opinion, it looks a little bit like gold. That's why I chose these pumps. Very simple pumps that have this super simple from the shape, typical pump. But they have these kind of rhinestones all over, and that's how they sparkle a little bit. I really like that. I think the shape is perfect for them, for her. And then I added these small bows here, which are made of a leather. It's a cream colored like shiny leather, and they are just attached by how did I attach them? Oh, just by glue. Yeah, it's just glued on. And I also lost them sometimes when I was walking, and I was like, sometimes you're walking like and sometimes you're kicking your own feet or something. Then I once like lost one of them, and I had to redo another one. So let me tell you, they are super uncomfortable. I think they're one of my most uncomfortable cosplay shoes ever. They look cute as hell, but they are so like I mean, they're not high. They are just like so hard. Your back of the feet gets scratched, and I don't know. They're just uncomfortable. I wear it without. I mean, I wear it with see-through tights, because in the movie it doesn't look like Snow White would wear like white tights or something. The Disney Parks version, she wears white tights. I would do that probably when I would wear it in more the winter time. And what else makes the transformation complete? A wig and her headband. Now the wig is actually nothing special. I just typed in like on eBay or so, Snow White wig. You get wigs for her, and the only thing I did is shorten it a little bit, making some more curls. I mean, they're not really curls, they're more like waves to get this like 30s hairstyle. And right now it doesn't look so good because, you know, she doesn't have like bangs. She has these bangs that you tie to the sides, and that's possible with that wig. Really nothing too fancy. Another headband, which you put on, you know, somewhere around here, and that completes the look, obviously. So Snow White is a very simple outfit, but her like look is so well known. Like everyone would recognize Snow White from, I don't know, far away. And it's due also to the color combination, you know, this dark blue, yellow and red. That's what makes it like this super recognizable character. And I have to say, I had really lots of fun when I was wearing it. Like lots of children really. I mean, we were just out in the park doing photos and stuff like that. Children came, wanted photos with me. So it's really nice to be a Disney princess. Although, like, concerning my age, I'm like way too old, you know. But who cares? Like, you can be a Disney princess whenever you want. And this will probably always be one of my favorite cosplays. Can I put it on here? Because it's so timeless. It's a classic. It's not that I had previous cosplays when I started out with like from anime series that I'm totally not into anymore. Like, what should I do with these costumes? Of course, I sold them. Will I sell this Snow White? Probably not. Maybe I'm not doing cosplay anymore in I don't know how many years. It's such a classic. I will always love that movie and that costume. So let's do a transformation. I'm pretty sure that didn't work very well because I had to put the camera somewhere else, so I have no idea if it was the same frame or whatever. But you get the point. I'm now changed. The wig is like right now not very perfect. If I would wear it to a convention or to another event, I would try to tame it a little bit. I mean, what's that? But I always have to like pull it to the front so the collar stands up, as I said, because otherwise it suck. Concerning the makeup, I have to say I just pull it together right now so it doesn't look like too strange, because obviously I'm normally blonde and Snow White is black haired, so black eyebrows, then a bright red lipstick, rosy cheeks, or better like red cheeks, that's what I'm doing, and I'm always using brown big circle lenses. Normally I would wear like huge lashes, like lower lashes and top lashes to get the ultimate princess look, but this is not now too much for a video today because I have to shoot some other videos. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little detailed look at my Snow White costume, and yeah, see you real soon. May the force be with you. Bye.